There we go. Let's turn the mic down so I'm not blowing your eardrums out. And there. Why was Jojo at the bottom of the screen? He's always been at the bottom of the screen for that. The intensifies. And Small Might here is losing his mind, so I don't have the bird cam on him tonight because I just don't want him destroying the camera because he's been all over his cage tonight. I have to come talk to you after a minute. Nah, it's good, it's good. I wish I knew what was up with him, because he literally was calm until I hit the go live button. He's like, I'm going to act out like a wiener today. But yes, how are all of you lovely peeps? No, he's been super chill throughout most of this, but every time I've sat down today, he has decided to lose his mind. If I have sat down for more than a couple of minutes, he has completely decided to lose his stuff. And good to know that you're not pregnant, Aura. How are you? That's quite the thing. I know it would be kind of a shock to your system. I don't rule anything out nowadays with the way medical science is progressing. About to head to bed, but wanted to stop by and say hi, have a good stream. Well, take care, 8-Bit Navi. I hope that you have a nice one. Hope you have some good rest. How it goes? It's going well, other than a bird that is deciding to lose his mind pretty hardcore. I can't quite figure out why. He's just like legit, just like I'm gonna flip out for a minute. Boop. And for that I didn't even get to boop him. He's just like, yo. Well, he doesn't want me to notice him. If I touch him or anything, he loses his mind. Or if I turn my back to him for more than a couple of minutes, he gets completely quiet. Like if I just like look like I'm ignoring him, he eventually just goes boop and eventually chills. Yeah, it's Ashford. Ashford's on the pumpkin. But I thought tonight would be a night to kind of chill, considering all sorts of hell, havoc, and chaos has been breaking out. Not an RTM raid. Hello, RTM. How are you? Welcome. So, today we're going to be playing a little bit of Pokemon, doing some raids and stuff. You know, that usual bit. But at the same time, we're going to kind of just chill and chat and relax. I've got lots of things to talk about that I've just kind of wanted to just chat with you peeps about for a while. And I don't get to have these kinds of streams very often. I've done like 4 of these streams in the entire 2 years that this channel has existed. But I was inspired by a bit of positivity that I got today, because I've been having a very chaotic month. December was very chaotic, and this month has just continued that chaos. It's been quite nuts. When movies and viewers will enjoy your movie. Yeah, I noticed you everywhere. You were on Otteron stream earlier, weren't you, RTM? But yes, there have been a couple things I just kind of wanted to chat with you guys about. Some things I'm appreciative of, and things that I'm hoping to do with the channel, and other things we just haven't gotten a chance to do in a while. I'm doing pretty good, Fluxnet. How are you, my friend? It's been far too long. There we go. Let's see. He wanted to go to Pokemon to Fly. But, yeah. It's kind of, I know it's kind of weird, and I don't really know how I'm going to go about it, or how I'm going to, like, get everything out that I want to talk about today. But, because I always feel awkward, be like, let's have a talk, but it's not like we need to talk kind of a talk, so it's always kind of weird to have these kinds of moments. But it's just some stuff I've been wanting to chat with you guys about for a while. The palm is itching, wonder what money I'm getting soon. Man, I wish that was the case. Wherever my palm itches, it usually means I'm going to be spending money, and I'm going to be upset about it. I'm glad you're still going. Oh, it's raining here, too. It was raining for us today, and it's part of the reason why we are so late today is because the thunder and... Oh, that's a big Pokemon. The thunder and lightning was actually pretty bad. But... yeah, it's been... weird. It's been The game has become self-aware. Of course it has. That would be my luck. It has been quite interesting and quite weird. How many watts do I have? Let's see. How many watts do I have? Does it show me here? Yeah, I've got 116,601 watts. So a lot. Or a lot to me. It may not be a lot to all you guys, but it's a lot to me. Been hammered with winter storms. I've been hearing that's been snowing all over the place recently. Like, pretty bad in some places. Winter saved up to body slam us. We haven't gotten any snow, like, at all. We didn't get any in 2019. Well, I'll take it back. We got, like, a little snow flurry in 2019, and that was it. And I don't think we're going to get anything this year, either. You watch now, I've said that we're going to be, like, swamped under several feet of snow. It needs to be a zombie-type Pokemon. Then again, Bayonetta and Dusknoir fulfill the role. I would agree with that. It's one of the reasons why I love Bayonetta so much. He's one of my all-time favorite Pokemon and was one of my first Pokemon cosplays. And speaking of Pokemon and seeing Pokemon Professor Tony here. Boom! There we go. Haha! Your remember button is fully set up. I didn't have a link for you, though, so I need to know if you need a link set up for it. Because if you do, we will be setting that up. Your niece has a new name, and it's Athena? How do you give someone a new name? Like, when do they decide to have a new name? Nice button. I was actually pretty surprised to find a Pokemon Professor one that actually has something cool with it. Like have Oak not getting attacked by a Pokemon. Because usually every GIF you find of Professor Oak is him just getting attacked. It's a puppy. I got you. Ended membership at the end of the month. Looking at finances, I should be able to go back to Tier 2. Got you. G-Max Lapras. Indeed. Let's go ahead and try to catch this while we chat today. So, crazy chaos. We've had, like, all sorts of stuff happen here with weather and all sorts of, like, just... We've had crazy weather happen. I've had crazy family stuff happen. We've had just all sorts of weird stuff just happening in general all around. And it's been kind of a weird time. Not gonna lie. I want to bring in the Hat Queen. Because why not? Hat Queen. Said Hat Queen. Ready to battle. And I'm not gonna lie, I've had moments where I've questioned a lot of stuff. Like, just stuff that I do in general, people that I help out, having stuff here on the channel, and I've had a lot of stuff that I've just had to kind of like sit back and look at a lot. I've had a lot of moments of panic, and I wasn't sure how by the end of it I was going to deal with it. If anyone was wondering, Zombies did get his soda. Yes, I did get my Coke Zero, thanks in part to Shaman. He even got me the orange vanilla kind, which is the best kind. So I've had all these wonders and all these worries and all this chaos happening, and I've been worried. I'm not gonna lie. I've been worried. I was worried about the state of the channel. I was worried about the state of my mental health, as well as friends and family's mental health, and stuff that's going on with them. And then I actually went and sat in with Otteron and his stream today, and just sat and chilled for a while. And upon doing so, I was hit, as everybody is when they go and see Otteron, with this wave of positivity, with this wave of things aren't always as bad as they seem. A wave of this can be better. And it made me kind of sit there and think for a minute. it made me kind of sit there and just kind of lean myself back and be like, well, maybe things aren't so bad. Maybe I can make something. Maybe I can make this go through the right way. Actually, this Hatterene is thanks in part to Murray, who dropped off food deliveries today in Spokane. The snow made things unsafe, so I decided to be done with it for the day. Oof.
Hey.
Thanks to Mari. This Hatterene actually came from Mari, because this is the G-Max version. I haven't actually evolved the one that I got from you yet, which has way better stats. But I kind of wanted to just throw around the G-Max for a while and test it out. It's a bird! It's a plane! No, it's a panda! How you do, panda? But yes, so I had to sit there and kind of think to myself, was I going to let all this stuff kind of just like beat me down, or was I going to just kind of just keep moving? Was I going to let myself feel defeated? I don't like feeling defeated, ever, but I thought that might wind up being the case. But I have a wonderful network of peeps here. I have my lovely fiance, and she supports me through every chaotic, crazy thing in my life. I have all of you lovely peeps. I have great streaming friends like Otteron, Mama Remy, all of you peeps here in the chat. I have lovely mods that encourage me, whether I'm on screen or not. And I always constantly wonder if I'm doing right in this channel, because every YouTuber's going to ask that. Like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the right things for my peeps? Am I playing the right games? Am I being entertaining? Am I ranting too much? Because everyone knows I like to rant. I rant far too much, and it's gotten worse recently. But I miss ranting, so ranting's a thing. But like, it's been weird. But after I looked through everything, and I thought, and I wrote a lot of stuff down. I wrote down all the positives I have going right now. And a lot of the positives kept coming back to you guys. Lucario got frozen. No! So I thought we'd have a day where we could just chat and chill. People can ask questions. People can have fun. We can raid. We can talk, rant, whatever. Just kind of a chill day. Just enjoy. Oh man, zombie, there you go. I haven't chatted and chilled in a long time. Like a long time. And I really need to do more of it. I need to chill with you guys way more often. Because you guys are kind of what makes the channel what it is. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, like, there would be no... There would be no zombies going on. There'd be no cafe. There'd be no peeps. Honestly, we would not have a small might. Like, because of you guys that a lot of stuff get to happen. Why is my phone going off? Who is messaging me on Messenger so much right after I go live? Someone who joined in the raid that's I was wondering who that was. Someone joined in the raid out of nowhere. There we go. I'm sorry you didn't catch it. Apparently the guy who jumped in didn't catch it either. So I had to use Uwu language a while ago because the R key stopped working. Oh my god, no! Lapras is a pretty Pokemon. For the longest time when I was a kid, I thought Lapras was a legendary Pokemon. It was weird. Depression's a bitch. Keep up what you're doing. You're a great guy from the limited exposure I've had to your streams. Well, thank you, Tony. It's kind of hard to articulate into words what this channel has done for me, what you guys have done for me. Like, all y'all sitting here chilling, watching these streams and watching what little video content I post because I'm bad at posting video content, no matter what my ideas are. Like, you guys are always there. You're always willing to talk with me. You're willing to tell me what's good, what's bad. You're willing to just kind of be here. And you're also not afraid to be as weird as I am when it comes down to this stuff. You're not afraid to rant and ramble with me. You're not afraid to, like, just go over all the crazy bizarrities that the world has laid upon us. Well, they kind of made it sound like a legendary Pokemon in Gold, Silver, and Crystal. I mean, they did, like, you can only, like, okay, you can only get one of them in Red and Blue. It was a gift Pokemon. There was no way to breed more of them until Gold and Silver. Who is messaging me? You need to stop. Seriously. One sec. I love you, dude. You're an awesome dude. But I need to chill just a moment. There we go. But yeah. Did my music just stop? Oh, the music always stops over here. Fun person with a great percent. Well, thank you. I often don't think that, like, because I know me, and Okay, here's a fun story. Because I have promised story times to you guys, and you'll never get enough story times that I promise. So here's a fun story for everybody. Back when I was in college, I took psychology. And people always like to tell me all the time that I'm a nice person. And I appreciate that. I really do. And everyone says I have a good personality. But back when I was in college, and I took a psychology course. I took it more so as an elective. It wasn't anything that was required, but I had some curiosities that I wanted to at least be partially satiated. And he asked us a question one day. He asked, what would you do if you, for 24 hours, were locked in a room with an exact 100% duplicate of yourself? What would you do? And I had tons of people in that class who were like, oh, well, I would talk about this, or I would use this time to learn more about myself, or I would learn how to better solve my own problems, or I would just have a good time, or we would drink together, or all of these weird things, right? And before I give you what my answer would be, I want to know what your answers are to this question. What would you do if you were locked in a room for 24 hours with an identical duplicate of yourself, right down to your DNA? They are the exact same person. What would you do? Many fancy apples. I want to know. And then I'll give you my answer. Plot world domination. Drinking together sounds fun. I would chat with myself for go nuts trying. I would not know what to talk about. I'd just sleep. That's probably the best answer I've ever heard of that question. We would either get along really well, or we wouldn't survive. Make a copy of myself, do some programming for me. I mean, that's one way to do it. Oh, look, another Lapras raid. I'd have a real talk with myself about my good qualities and my flaws. I'm pretty sure I would fight with myself. Okay, so what I would do... And some of you actually got pretty close to what I would personally do. I'd fight them at some point, but most likely I'd just play games with myself until I slept. Oh no, not again. Yep, same Pokemon all over again. Carkle, I'm sorry. Oh god! You picked Carkle by accident. Where he's over here in my team list. We'll take... Actually, we'll take this Agislash. Can't select anything in a battle team. Are you serious? Well, that's dumb. We'll go with Hat Queen again. I would point out my life choices. Play with yourself. Oh my god. She bad, naughty. Okay, so what I would do is... I know me. I know me really well. I am not a fan of not only myself, but I'm not a fan of people that are like me. Because I'm hyper and overly excited, can get quite opinionated. I'm easy to aggravate. Like, I've gotten a lot better on a lot of the problem traits, but they are still there. I know exactly how to push my own buttons. It doesn't take a lot. I work with myself quite hard on it, but they still happen. So, and to top it all off, I am dramatically over-paranoid. So I looked my professor dead square in the face and said, I'd probably wind up killing myself. And he's like, dude, what? I was like, no. Like, I wouldn't off myself as a person, but I would attack the other me in the room. Guarantee you. And one of us would not make it out alive. And the reasoning behind this is because I would immediately annoy myself via existence. I would hate coming across that. Like, it would just drive me incredibly crazy. And then, I'm sorry, like, I haven't had time to clean everything out.
It's fine,
And he went from being kind of calm to losing his mind. But no, I would wind up thinking to myself, this is identical to me. This is a problem. This thing could wind up killing me and walking out of the room. So it'd be a constant battle of how do I kill me to get out alive? To make sure that this isn't some kind of thing where if we're both alive, they kill one of us randomly kind of type deal. Or how would my doppelganger find out how to get out ahead of me? But past that, it was literally the fact that, like, it would give me an excuse to fully physically fight with myself. It would give me an excuse to finally take out all the aggression I have towards myself. Because a lot of people think that I am a great individual. Or at least y'all tell me that. And I don't. Like, I know not a lot of people think I'm a great individual. If you talk to anyone in my town, I'm going to guarantee you, they're going to tell you I'm an asshole. Like, I'm not trying to sit there and say, oh, everyone thinks I'm grand. No. I'm not grand. I'm not a great guy. Huh. I could be quite the... There could be only one.
There's a lot of people...
You would commit Sudoku. Sudoku's a good way to beat me.
There are some people that, yes, will call you an asshole. You're far less than you think.
Well, it's when I view myself as not a good guy. I don't think I'm a good guy. Like, I am very much in the how does this affect me in my own spectrum in a lot of cases.
A lot of people like that.
I think very practically when it comes to keeping myself and others safe. And, like, it's one of those, like, do I save a few? Do I save everybody? Or do I save as many as possible? And for me, it's going to be whatever the most practical and has the most logical outcome. If I can save everybody, cool. If it's more logical and more practical to try to save just a few people, that's what's going to happen. Because I know that's within my scope of possibility, what the greater percentage is. And that doesn't usually endear me very well to people. So, like, I do have to kind of sit there and, like, I always appreciate when people tell me that they enjoy my personality, or they enjoy sitting here and talking to me, or they enjoy any of this weird stuff that I do, but I always worry constantly. I was like, but are you sure about that? You gotta hush him, though. Here's the thing, though. You know the saying, familiarity breeds contempt. Because people are around you a lot, they may think you're a jerk. Well, I mean, a lot of people that think I'm a jerk, I'm not around often. The people I'm around are like, well, he's an okay dude.
Again, I think
Like that person right there. She's not in the camera because she's apparently refusing to be in the camera.
But again, I think that you're really underselling yourself. The fact that Carpool is still alive is amazing.
That's beautiful. Let's keep it going. Here, I'll help you. I'll help you out.
Thank you.
Life, dude. Let's help you out.
Will you hush? Will you not? Get bored.
Oh my! Like the door's open. What's going on?
You must be on my butt all the time, 25 days. I help you. See?
But hey, look. We got him, and Carkle survived the entire match. You feel better?
Yeah, I can't believe. I don't know how to.
Yeah, it's why it's being a wiener. Because Zombie is in here instead out there. Time for the ball!
Go on. Go.
You're not an asshole, you're just not always nice. You keep things your own way, simple. I'm like that all the time. I appreciate that. That's a good way to look at it. I caught it.
I wasn't able to see. Oh gosh, that's a lot of blankets.
Well, that's
I know.
his birdie blankets.
I can't shut them up, I'm sorry.
Ah, sad day.
No, I didn't.
Small mate, what are you doing?
But yeah,
Maybe
I
use
only
repeat
thought that if you were
calls.
going to have quote unquote like hashtag real talk, I
Hmm?
should be here.
Only if they want to ask questions. You are here to answer, I
Yeah,
guess.
I'll answer.
And hello, MT. How are you? Why say night? You just got here. I haven't even hit your button yet. Wait. At least hit your button. We have MT.
The poor dog.
He is losing his skippy mind. But I cannot have him in here with the bird. The bird will eat him. Or have a heart attack. I haven't figured out which yet, but I don't want to.
I would put up the gate, but then the cats might jump up.
Well, see, that's something we've got going right now. How are the wedding plans coming along?
Ah! Oh!
Slow.
Non-existent?
We're working. Well, it's not that they're non-existent. We have plenty of plans. It's just getting everything off the ground is our issue right now, and that's going to take a minute. That's the reason why we gave ourselves till Halloween, is because we're still putting together funds to get everything together.
I wanted to start it earlier this year, but or earlier last year. But no, we have till January, and I'm like, Mom.
No, you said oh, your mom said to wait till January. So I was like, I did no such thing. I was like, no, we need to start this immediately. The day that you finally said yes, it is now officially time to get married. I was like, I gotta go tell everybody like right now, and you're like, don't you dare. I had to wait an entire month till Halloween to tell everybody. That was murder.
I'm just kind of sitting here like, to be quite honest, my mom was the one that wanted to wait till January, and I'm like, I don't see why.
We're
And
gonna have a
then she
horror-themed
brought
wedding? We're not having a horror-themed wedding, but there are some tones of the Addams Family in it.
Ah, Mortician Gomez.
This is Appleton because we have shield. Or I have shield. She has sword.
I have sword, but I haven't seen an Appleton or like a Flapple since.
Yep, it's just a regular Appleton. Monokuma for the pastor. How does that sound?
I
now pronounce you having to spare.
I'm sitting here like it'd have to be your voice, so I don't know how you would do that.
A pre-recorded message that we put in our Monokuma plushie.
Oh my god.
I could do it.
Or Monokuma on a screen.
I could do it. I could make the animatic for it.
Monokuma on a screen.
Caleb Panda's like, nope! Truck that! I will not attend if you do that. She cannot stand my Monokuma voice. I don't know what's wrong with my Monokuma voice. I do need this Pokemon. Come and fight with us!
Eternatus?
Yep. Well, it's a dragon type. It matches for this one.
Yeah, I know.
We've been running into somebody who is constantly throwing out Eternatus, no matter what we fight, just to flex. It is completely untrained. It hasn't leveled any yet, and they're putting it out against like ice Pokemon, and it is the funniest thing ever until it dies. Like, I've seen it pop up against so many Lapras and watch it die so quickly. And I'm like, why did you pick this? Why did you do the thing? And they're like, because I want to do the thing.
Mochi's gonna do it. Mochi's gonna do it.
I'm a Dynamax. Rabbit gang, let's go. Small Mite, what you doing? He does not like this mug, by the way. Like, he'll be okay, and then I'll put the mug down, and like he'll immediately walk away from a show direction. If he gets anywhere near him, he bolts. He's like, nope. No egg mugs, man. I love this mug, though, because it reminds me of Joel. Look at that hit. Here we go. Blah!
Mochi, my dude.
Hmm? What happened? Yeah, please don't call me senpai. I think it's kind of weird. Like, I'm just saying. And the reason why that's so weird to me, let me go ahead and, like, explain that. More story time! Back in my convention days,
You say back in my convention days like you still know.
well, I mean, I still do conventions, but, like, during my early convention days. I started off conventions, like, I hit the ground running. Like, immediately going into cosplay and making, not to toot my own horn, but pretty decent cosplays back when I first started. And it was, because of this, I met a lot of people and I made a lot of friends in the cosplay community because of the cosplays I was doing. And I wound up with one person. Actually, I had two people that called me senpai, and one I allowed to because I was generally teaching her how to make props. So in that sense, it kind of made sense. I wasn't a big fan of it, but I let them get away with it. But we had one person who would always call me senpai and would call me like Red Coon and all this other kind of stuff, like all the time.
Wait.
To like a creepy degree, and they were like always up close and personal, and it was really weird. It was creepy. It wasn't the fact that it was cringy, because it was cringy the other person was doing it. But I understood why, and I was teaching them stuff. It was creepy because this person was starting to stalk me. And it was like, Zombie Senpai is like, no, Yandere-chan!
Good God.
Don't stab me!
You know, I watched Finding Nemo yesterday. And do you remember Coral? Marlin's wife?
Yeah. No, I haven't seen the new one.
No, not the new one.
Finding Dory?
Finding Nemo.
No, I don't remember Marlin's wife.
It's
Oh, wait, yes!
Yes.
I'm sitting here thinking of the damn bird for some reason.
No, Marlin's wife.
Yeah, the clownfish, his wife.
Yes.
Beginning of the movie.
Do you know what one of her lines is? Marlin asked, "Do you remember how we met?" And she says, "I try not to."
It's you!
It's me!
It's you! Like, okay, no, like, for a long time, okay, this is gonna get to, like, stupid, weird story time.
I try not to. I try not to remember, and you're not gonna say it. You're not gonna tell it. You're not gonna tell
I mean,
the story.
I should tell
you're
that
not.
story,
You're
but that's
not
not what I was
no.
getting into.
You're not gonna tell the story.
Well, if you keep it up, I'm going to.
If you tell the story, I'm walking out.
I mean, will you still love me in the end?
Of the house.
Huh?
Of the house.
You're walking out of the house.
Yes.
Where are you going?
I don't know, but it's not gonna be here.
It's wet.
I don't care.
That's rude. So you're just gonna walk out on me.
It's embarrassing.
It is embarrassing, but it's cute.
No, it's embarrassing.
It is cute.
There is no cuteness to it.
Look, the more you talk about it, the more they're gonna want to hear it.
care.
And that wasn't even the story I was trying to get
Fine,
into.
then tell the actual story that you were gonna say.
Okay. So, a lot of the time, in my group of friends, it's Noctel.
Mochi is, I think, the best.
I often got compared to a real-life anime protagonist, and I hated it. And I got, Not any specific one. I would get constant. It's like, you're like a protagonist in anime. I'd be like, how? Because I used to always get in fights, and I would win them by dramatic means, usually. At one point in time, my life was classified as a harem anime, and you remember that. You were a part of that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I wasn't trying to date, like, anybody, but I was somehow, quote-unquote, a part of a harem anime, because all of my friends were female, and all of my friends that weren't associated with us immediately assumed
That we were all trying to get in your pants.
that everybody was trying, that either I was trying to date everybody, or every one of them was trying to find a way to date me. I wound up dating one of them.
I was just oblivious.
I was too, but everyone kept saying it over and over and over. And it wasn't just the fact that I was surrounded by women. People also thought I was dating the dudes I was hanging out with too.
Well,
because I'm just really close to the people that I hang out with.
I want to read comments. I don't want to be on camera, but I want to read comments.
Well, if you want to read comments, they're wanting to hear your question.
What's my
They not want to hear your question. They're wanting to hear your story that you don't want to tell anybody.
No, they're not going to get that.
I mean, you should let them have it.
No.
Because you brought it
How
up.
do you get the badges?
These?
Yeah.
I set them up as a team.
Oh, okay.
So, like, I can't move them into anything but being a team.
Okay. Anyway.
I need an electric Pokemon. Where's my Happy Dog? Are you Happy Dog? Happy Dog. Let's go, Happy Dog.
Are you okay?
He is not.
Oh my god.
And it only happened because I started streaming. And when I stream, he does this. And I don't really get it. And the dog, like, as soon as he started to calm down, the dog losing its shit has now caused him to lose his mind. Well, the dog could be quiet by this point. It wouldn't matter. He is now officially like, I'm done.
Poor baby.
Small Mite. Come on. Hey. That awkward split motion's gotta stop. He's like, nope, I don't even want the treat. I'm going all the way over
This reminds me of,
here.
like, you know, in movies where there's people in jail,
Yeah.
right? They have the cup.
And just bang the cup across the bars. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. That is exactly what he does. He bangs his beak across the bars.
Anyway.
But no, so like people that I was really close to and whatnot, I was always being like told that I was apparently dating them, and no one could figure out who I was dating at the time. And the reason why was because at the time I was dating no one.
We weren't dating anybody. We
And
were
I-
friends.
And I hadn't intended to date anyone. I was perfectly content being left alone. And yet it happened. Someone is dancing right next to you. Yes, indeed they are. And it was always weird, because, like, people, like, especially, Lord help us if we cosplayed from the same thing. Like, I had one of my friends was like me, always cosplayed Pokemon, like, human Pokemon and stuff like that. So, like, people would start, like, seeing us cosplaying Pokemon, and they're like, those two are obviously dating. And I was like, no! But it was apparently a thing, and it became, like, it became a scandal in our little anime community for a while. That was apparently, like, the real-life harem, which made absolutely no sense to me. Like, at all. Other than the fact that I wasn't actively chasing anybody, maybe? Because, I mean, that's usually what happens in harem animes, is you have all the other people chasing the one dude, and, like, the one dude's is, like, oblivious to everything. And then when you and me started dating, finally, they thought we were a part of a harem again.
Because of the big house?
Because of the big house. Because I lived in a big house with her, one other guy was there, and then it was like 5 girls in the house. And I was like, no! Everyone in the house was taken by someone who lived outside the house except for her!
God. I miss Jordan and Heather.
And it kept happening. All the time! I was always considered a metrosexual. It was weird. What exactly is a metrosexual?
Metrosexual is like, it's not bisexual. It's not gay. It's just somebody, like, from what I remember, because I heard this a long time ago.
The only thing I remember about metrosexual is
like
from South Park.
They like, took very good care of themselves.
Okay. Like, they looked really, like, pretty and done up and whatnot.
it.
Well, why does that mean, like... Okay. Just look at South Park. That's an old school term. See, I remember what's wrong with a harem. I mean, there's, like, if you want to be a part of a harem, there's technically nothing wrong with it. That's a lot of people to spread your attention out to. And I already have ADD.
I'm sitting here like I wouldn't mind it.
I have ADD. I can't spread my attention that thin. I have barely enough attention to give her, and I give her a lot of attention.
I don't know. Girls are cute.
I mean, I'll give you that. Just be Kirito. No! 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 You take that back! There are no Kiritos here! Sword art.
Oh.
The look on her face is just, oh.
I have.
Maybe as I say no. Well, I mean, like, I think it's purely because of the fact, like, I tell you guys I'm an asshole, and it's because I don't hang out with people. I'm not a very much, let's get together and chill and hang out kind of person. So the fact that I had so many people that I was hanging out with, I think that's what kind of caused it. Because everyone's used to seeing me just, like, not wanting to be around anybody. And these specific people were the people I was around. And I'm a huggy guy. Like, if you're my bud...
It was me and Callan, I know.
There was you, Callan, Beth. There was Katie. At the time, there was Diana before I married her.
Right.
Before me and her were dating. And oh, who else was it? Like, it was a lot of people. Throw an ultra ball. It was because I was always around a close group of friends and who were 90% girls, and I was just so groomed, I guess. But they call me one even though they used the wrong word. Mm-hmm. Well,
Daddy.
what?
Call me Daddy.
No, we're not calling you Daddy. I don't call anybody Daddy, and no one's allowed to call me Daddy. Ever. That's like the quickest way for me just to be like, nope, you can go home. You can go somewhere else. No.
Reasons
Ew.
I never call you Daddy.
You should never do that. Well, I mean, is there a proper term they should be using? I mean, like...
Father?
Oh my god. Somehow for like... I mean... Like, it's always been, like, weird situations. And then there was a time
Your
when I was...
whole life is an anime, just admit it.
Like, the amount of fights I used to get into, it definitely didn't help the situation. The fact that I was, like, smaller than most of the people that I fought and usually won... You remember the key case, huh?
Deku?
Not Deku. You remember the key case.
Oh, God.
She was once dating a guy, and I was teaching my friends self-defense. I wasn't teaching them martial arts. I wasn't teaching them the fine art of looking pretty while fighting. I was teaching basic self-defense. And that's all I was doing, was teaching basic self-defense. How to defend yourself in a bad situation or scenario. What?
Don't break it.
Don't break him. Yeah, that's the story. That's what's coming.
Oh, boy!
So, I was teaching people, and she heard about it, and...
For the sake of privacy, we're going to change his name.
Purple Beam, yes!
To Bob. His name's gonna be Bob,
We're gonna change his name to Bob, yes. We're gonna change his name to Bob. He's probably never gonna see this, but we're gonna change his name to Bob just because this is an embarrassing story. Let's catch this one, because my brother likes this Pokemon. Oh. On thine feathers. He's like, you touched my toe, how dare you? But no, I was teaching all my friends basic martial arts and self-defense and all that good jazz. She decides she wants to come over and learn too.
My, fiance at the time?
Yeah, he was your fiance at the time. No, y'all weren't betrothed yet.
Oh, we weren't? Okay.
No, because I also hadn't started dating
I don't remember.
my now
My memory
ex-wife.
is crap.
So since, because y'all got engaged around the time, a little bit before I got engaged to my...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so no, I hadn't started dating her yet. But she was there. I was training in her backyard. So she brings her guy over. We're gonna call him Bob for this story, but he touted being this great, amazing martial artist.
Now, there's a little bit of a backstory behind that.
You want to give it?
We had been going...
Because I didn't have this backstory, so I wasn't going to give it to him.
We had been going to...
Appleton Raid!
We've been going to a martial artist beforehand. And it was good for, breathing exercises and stuff like that, so I didn't mind it. But he got, really into it. There you go.
So yeah, he had apparently been... I was about to explain that little part. I love the amount of Cinderace that are here. Yes, please.
Bunny Squad!
Sad! No Bunny Squad! But yeah, so, he had apparently been training with somebody, and he'd been talking himself up really big. We're talking Captain Machismo here. He thought he was going to be the absolute best thing since sliced bread. He wanted to be an MMA fighter and all this other good jazz. After hearing all this, I was pretty stoked that I was having someone with experience come to see me.
Experience.
This was, experience. This was great. I was hyped. I was like, yes, please. Let's go for this. I want to have a battle. I want to have a sparring match, basically. And I was like, okay, cool. So I'll be able to teach them more as well if I have somebody else there to fight with me. So Goku Syndrome kicks in, and I decided, I want to fight this guy!
Yeah.
And I determined that in my head, but I decided I was going to do better of it. I wasn't going to just ask some random dude to fight me. What happened was he decided he wanted to spar. So, of course, I was stoked and was like, yes, let's do this. Let's go. Please. Laid out the basic ground rules of don't knock anybody in the head, don't do anything stupid, yada, yada, yada. This boy takes the dumbest stance I have ever seen a human being take to fight.
Okay, imagine, in The Road to El Dorado, when he's going... It's like that.
Yeah, he puts his hands up like this. Not like this. Not like this.
No, it was
not like this. But like this.
Nah, it had
No, he didn't even have the decency to full close in. And no, that's not Tiger's. This is Tiger's Claw, and that's how you use that. I've trained under it, for Christ's sake. I was so upset watching this unfold before me. But he's like, ha! I'm like, and he's got both his arms up. He's got no defense. None. And he's standing on his toes. On both feet. Standing on his toes. No ground to surface area. No nothing. What, was he going to do a crane kick? No. Apparently, he had been training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. This is not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It was called Eagle Claw.
Well, he told me he'd been training in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That is not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at all. Period. Oh, it was bad. It was the cringiest thing on the planet to look at. It's kind of like when you see a neckbeard whip out a katana. All you could do is laugh at it. That's it. He's gonna milady you with his sword. Yeah, no. So, he gears himself up, and I look and I laugh a little because I'm expecting this to be a joke. Because, as as a lot of martial artists will make jokes like that. We've all made the stupid jokes like, okay, now let's actually get to this. And I kind of laughed, and he was like, what? I was like, oh, he's serious. And she pulls me aside, and she's dating this guy, no less. She pulls me aside and goes, don't break him. I was like, okay, a couple simple rules. Neither of us needs to hit each other in the head. It'll go poorly. And don't hit each other in the balls. And that was pretty much it. I gave him very simple rules. And he comes forward at like a full sprint.
It was so bad.
And he aims for my face. Immediately.
The dumbass that Bob was.
So, yeah. Bob's like, I got this. And like, it's fully telegraphed. Like, you can see it coming. Yeah. Like, his arm went back real wide. He made a noise while coming in. Like, all this is bad. So what did I do? I put my foot into his shin, slid it onto his foot, stomped his foot into the ground, and proceeded to pick him up by hitting him in his stomach and put him in the ground.
I think after that, I was like, I told you not to break him.
And I was like, I didn't break him. That wouldn't break anybody else that I had ever done this with. But man, she was upset. And it could have been worse. It could have been making hand stuff. Oh, that was just it. He also hated anime, and he hated stuff like Naruto. But this looked like something out of the Naruto anime.
I couldn't watch my anime. No.
He gave her flack for being an anime nerd. He used to make fun of her and give her all sorts of horrible crap about it.
Made fun of me for
What's up,
watching
Carlos?
anime. He made fun of me for dancing to Vocaloid. Like, I couldn't be a nerd.
It only works once. So yeah, I beat the hell out of him. Not even trying to beat the hell out of him. I beat the hell out of him. This guy is beating the hell out of us, by the way. Just, ow. I didn't expect him to have Max Quake. And it's causing us a lot of problems.
Yeah, Mochi's not doing so hot.
I'm gonna have to hit it with an item. There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
And I may not survive the quake afterward.
Wait,
if
my
he
Mochi
doesn't.
actually isn't so bad.
He has been laying it on thick on me.
Well, it's because you're the Dynamax.
Usually it doesn't happen. Usually I watch him kill everything else.
Oh, so am I a pawn? Is that it?
No, because you aren't hurt yet.
Thank you, Amy!
I didn't even have to do the thing. I could have actually just out and out attacked. Herb. Chill. But yeah, so I laid this dude out, not even trying, and I felt bad because I felt bad for her because she was mad.
I was.
Boy, was she mad at me. I ain't seen her that mad at me in a minute. Like, it was pretty awful.
I think that's one of the first times that I got so mad at you.
You did. You were livid. Like, you were ready to rip my head off.
I think I would have probably taken you in a fight better than he did.
I've had better sparring matches with you than I ever had with him. How to be Anime Evil Guy 101. I mean, I don't like comparing myself to an anime, but I literally Goku'd this dude. Like, it was one of those, it's like Goku versus Krillin. Why'd you hit me? Well, I thought you were gonna block. Pow! I just beat the hell out of him. It was kind of bad. Alright. So, and that was how that went. A lot of stuff went.
I love how Amy's Cinderace is called something cool, like Flare. And then over here, hi, this is my Cinderace Mochi.
Amy?
Yeah, Flare. Aura.
That's
I'm
Aura.
sorry. I'm sorry. It was an Amy.
This thing constantly healing itself is the problem. Between doing that and constantly dealing us tons of damage, this ain't good.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bunny Squad, let's go.
Thank you. But no, it's just it was a bad relationship.
It was.
Flare sounds so cool. Hi, this is my Cinderace named Flare. You know. And then there's me. This is my Cinderace Mochi.
This is my tiny Mochi Bun Bunny.
This is my Mochi Bunny.
This is gonna hurt.
I'll be.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Small Knight. Eat some millet seed and chill. Here. It's like, nip, nip. Wait. Nip. Nip.
Oh no, Hotfoot!
Ah!
Okay.
We need to kill him now.
Okay. I don't have any pyro balls left.
Yeah, hit him with something. You have anything fire?
Yeah, I have a...
Hit him with fire. That's all you need to do is hit him with fire.
I have flame charge. That's it.
I'm going to cheer everybody on, and hopefully it's not lost in the echoes.
Oh no!
I echoed feebly into the night!
See, my cheers ring out.
Don't shield up. There we go!
Thank
Catch
God.
this thing!
Holy shit.
Oh!
I want to actually catch this to be able to... Because, I mean, like, it has a lot of good stuff.
This is also Appleton, not Flapple. So this is one you can't get in your game.
Yeah, I'm sitting here like... It has Quake.
Where... Am I out of dust balls? No, there they are. I was like, I can't be out of dust balls. I bought a crap ton of them. But yeah, so, like, stuff like that would happen. And that was how, like, stuff was like... Yeah, he's like, Daddy, pay attention to me. Are you looking at me? Okay, now that you looked at me, watch me go this way. Hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. Hi, Daddy. Yeah, now I'm staring you down. He's slowing down some now.
Jesus. Oh boy.
This is... Well, for one, he's bored. And I get it, because his favorite toys are gone. But he also does this and gets angry while doing it when his favorite toys are in there. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I use an Ultra Ball for it, but I have like 3 more.
Get out of my room, Dad.
But no, it sucks. Like, I couldn't be a nerd around him. Which is weird considering how much of a nerd he could be.
Yeah, but you had to be, like, the proper nerd for him.
Yeah.
Alright, Small Mite, there. You keep trying to lift the thing. Now that it's open, what are you going to do? Are you going to poke your head out? He's like, I don't know, Daddy. I don't know if I want to now. He's like, I'm thinking
Don't
about
worry,
it
Phantom.
hard.
I still have your G-Max Appleton. It is in a very special box.
But yeah, so, like, there were moments like that. And just all sorts of weird moments. I played card games a lot. And, like, I was always, like, the weird dude when it came to playing card games. Because I didn't get hyperactive in my card game, which was really funny. It was one of the few times I didn't get hyperactive.
You know what kind of nerd he was? He was the dude bro nerd that really loved fighting games like Tekken and Dark Souls and Fallout.
And that was all he liked.
And that was all he liked.
It's like, because there's nothing wrong with liking those games.
In Skyrim, he played Skyrim. There's nothing wrong with liking those games, but it's just...
If they weren't those games, they were bad games, too.
Yeah. Like, something like Animal Crossing, if I ever played Animal Crossing, he would laugh at. I never played Animal Crossing. Oh, you want to talk about beating ass in Tekken? Let me tell you, I played Elisa. I played the robot that I loved so very much because she was cool. And guess who got good at playing Elisa? This girl. I got good at playing Elisa, and therefore Elisa was banned in the house.
Yep, you were never allowed to play it because his poor little ego couldn't handle it. I was like, are you kidding me? And like, there's all sorts of this weird, dumb stuff that's happened.
Bob was Bob.
Bob was unpleasant.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. We'll put it that way without having to get heavy into it. You show Bob who's boss.
I couldn't.
He would legit just straight up quit.
Yeah. He'd get mad, and he'd quit.
Well, the few times I got to play games with him, he wouldn't play me in Soul Calibur. Because I played Keelet. And he did not like that ass whipping with a stick.
I think that was actually my first time where I realized that guys didn't like gamer girls.
I mean, I was fine with it.
You know, the fragile masculinity guys.
I'm like, you beat me, let's go again.
Peach. Oh god, Peach. Oh, Peach.
Purple Raid!
Oh my god, I don't think I have anything good against that Pokemon.
It's a battle pillar.
I don't think I have anything good.
You have a psychic?
Yes.
Psychic or ghost?
I have my
or
head.
flying.
I have like my head ring.
Where is... I can't... I need Chocobo. I'm gonna bring in Chocobo. Here we again. Let's see when you get back. Inviting peeps.
Let me see if I can get any. Because I was deep in my Pokemon.
Walt and Miguel. I always mained Eddie, and I got hate for maining Eddie.
But yeah, it was just... I don't know. It was my first time where I got shamed for the things that I liked. Other than my family, which, you know, it happens because I'm in the South and it's kind of weird. I can't participate. That's okay.
It filled up immediately.
Okay.
Everyone's like, Battle Pillar!
Don't worry, I didn't have much good against it anyway.
Small Mike, what do you want?
But no, it was my first time in a relationship where I was just like, really, I don't know, really shamed for the things that I liked. Like, especially with, like, gaming-wise, because my grandmother was the one to introduce me to games, and me and my grandmother would play the Nintendo 64 for hours on end, so I didn't see it as a bad thing.
As you shouldn't have.
So, for somebody to come in and say, well, you can't play this, or you can't do that, I didn't understand why I couldn't.
I want to see how Phalanx works in the anime too. I want to get like more information on how this works cohesively as a Pokemon. Like, does it just like psychically share HP? And if it does, how the hell is it not part psychic? It just to me feels like it should be part psychic.
I actually never played Animal Crossing. That was just like an example.
I was always the Animal Crossing person.
What I should have put there would have been, Harvest Moon.
It's like Execute. Well, see, I never understood how Execute worked either. You notice they barely put Execute in the cartoon too, and when they did, he rarely fought.
And, actually now...
I think Phalanx is adorable.
Now, I don't think that being a gamer girl is necessarily a bad thing. It's just the fact that I know that there are people out there that don't like me playing games.
That's
or don't like me being
dumb.
good at games.
That's why his name is Bob. Go, Bob, go! Bob about to do something.
Bob was actually pretty in shape.
Thank you, Lyco. He actually got the name Chocobo because of a, we had a bird a few, I say a few, we had a bird back in July. It only managed to live a couple of months. It was a bird that wound up being taken in by us. It was a starling. It wasn't supposed to be a pet bird, but it was left alone. Its parents had either gotten eaten or abandoned it. We don't know. We were taking care of it, and when we had it here during the 4th of July, it had a heart attack. Because 4th of July scared the living bejesus out of it, apparently. So, in honor of him, because we were really close to him, we loved him, and we had trained him and taught him so much, and he was such a smart bird. We named our Corviknight here, who went to the story with us, after Chocobo. So that's why he has the name that he does. He's named after our first bird. Now we have a little bird, which actually is meant to be a pet bird, and we're currently in the process of training, but he's also going through puberty, named Small Mite. And he's a cockatiel. He's sitting
Let
right
me
over
out! Let me out!
He bangs his beak across the thing. Apparently that's like a common thing for them. It's what they do when they want attention or they're bored. So like, I was like, okay, cool. I even opened his little doohickey if he wanted to pop his head out for a minute, which is I'm going to regret later.
But no, I guess what tonight is just like, I don't know, answering questions and stuff?
Answering questions, chilling, chatting about weird stuff in life. Hello, 3D Dante, how are you? We got all the new peeps popping in. Grab yourself a muffin. Grab yourself some coffee. Come and sit and chill with us for a bit.
Well,
Just gonna hang in here for a bit. So hello, well, welcome, my friend. I hope you are well.
I would say that my fighting style has changed a lot since back then. Because Elisa really is like a distance fighter. Mm-hmm. But now...
You don't like distance.
In Smash, I play Toon Link, and I am like right up in your face all the time. You can't get me away, you know?
You're like, nope, this is where I belong. Right next to your face. Welcome back, RTM. Let's see. We're just doing raids and chatting and chilling with peeps. That's pretty much the objective of the night.
Honestly, right now, the best Legend of Zelda fighter is actually Young Link, from what everybody says. Toon Link was just my fighter in the Wii U version, and I have so much love for him that I'm not...
Even though they completely changed him up and Young Link actually fights the way Toon Link did.
Yeah. I'm not giving up my Toon Link. Besides, the bomb also, like, doubles as a smokescreen, like...
You've learned to do some pretty good tricks with that bomb.
Yeah.
I am very much impressed with your growth with Toon Link.
I've also gotten fairly good at Sheik.
I wish I could play normal Link better, because I want to do some of those crazy bomb combos people are doing. But I just can't get the hang of it. I don't have
so
the patience
rust.
to learn it.
I have so much rust.
Oh, I mean, I get that. Like, the only character that I'm not rusty on is Little Mac. And it's like, Little Mac, I played so much for so long.
Yeah.
It's like riding a bike. I have everything that I do with him completely memorized. Because I have put the absolute most time into him. I'm getting close to that with Rob. Shiny hunting Nickit and Yamper.
Nickit just looks like an emo Vulpix to me.
I hate the mustache. I hate it. I hate the mustache. Oh, I was like, oh, that's dumb.
Oui, baguette.
In this game, and they already did a game based in France. Why? But no, so yeah, if y'all have questions, today's the day to ask them. If you have channel questions, YouTube questions, questions about Zombie or myself, pet questions, like, today's the day you can freely ask your questions.
For instance, a little trivia, my Bolton is actually named after my first pet dog.
So is mine.
Well, no, not my first. I suppose Lady was my first, but my first pit bull.
Oh, it's a ride-on. Let's go find ourselves a ride-on. So basically the story, Bob acted like the same Bob from Overwatch, but he got bodied, unfortunately for him. Sad!
Okay, I shouldn't have entered this.
Why? Water type.
Ground rock?
Water type. Or grass type. You gonna pass?
My water is also a flying type.
It should still be fine for this one. Gyarados should hurt this one a lot.
Okay, Kelly, have a good night.
You finally worn yourself out, Small Mite. Take care,
Oh,
Kelly!
my most favorite
Grab
game?
a Muffin!
My most favorite game? That's not even a question. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and Majora's Mask. Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda. It's Legend of Zelda. I was talking about this earlier. I want to hoard all of the Legend of Zelda games onto my Switch. I need, like, Nintendo to give me a port of every single Zelda game ever.
My favorite game.
I would give them all the fucking money.
It's hard for me to pick a favorite game ever. Because my favorite games are, that's quite the legend. But, my favorite games are usually determined by the experiences I have with them, as it would be for most people.
My grandmother.
For me, though, it would be a toss-up between 3 games as far as favorites and why they are the favorite. This is gonna suck. I have one move to hit this thing with. But they would be anything in the Mega Man series. Because I used to sit down and play those after school every day with my friends. including into high school, Pokemon franchise, because of the amount of friends I've made due to everything Pokemon related. Video game, card game, the works. I have put so much time. It's only a level 3 star.
Yeah, I know. I'm so used to like going through all the big ones that that's a lot. Oh boy.
And then Splatoon. What is your favorite video game soundtrack?
Legend of Zelda.
Mega Man X2.
Also, Persona 5 had like really good.
Well, either Mega Man 2 or Mega Man X1. Excuse me.
Persona 5 had a good soundtrack. I liked it.
Persona 5 has a fantastic soundtrack.
Yes.
Actually,
Splatoon 2 has a really good soundtrack.
Persona 3 has an amazing soundtrack. I like Octo Expansion soundtrack for Splatoon 2 because it has all new tracks for the entirety of that game, better than the original.
Hi, Cactus.
Oh, he's looking at the thing. He has realized it's open. One of the questions is, what's he doing? Hello, Cactus! Grab a moof and add some coffee, my friend!
The poor boy.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Small Mite? You gonna climb out? You've done it before! Left you a teeny tiny opening to see how brave you get today. Because he's allowed out. Hugs Cactus. You love cactuses. Good! Our cactus here is the best cactus. I still have to sing that, but man, my throat has not been proper for it, and I keep messing up the recording. So I might just have you sing it.
I'll put it on my channel.
They'd probably...
I put it on my channel.
You gotta put it on mine first. Everyone would probably enjoy it better. Everyone would probably enjoy you singing better than they would enjoy hearing me sing.
I could start singing, but then I get demonetized.
That one shouldn't get you, actually.
I really want to do like Disney.
Excitement
songs.
for Pegasus and Internet tomorrow!
But Disney is so mean.
Please be careful. The cactus is still prickly. Spoon Octo Expansion has great music. There's one song in it, though. I was actually talking about this on Otteron's chat earlier today that, like, I can't do. Like, I hear it and I get very mad. It's the track called Salty. It's because, oh, what's it called?
What are you doing? It's actually moving the cage?
He literally grabbed the base of his cage and lifted, and it almost went up. Look at him! Small might be mighty indeed! Holy hell, Small Mite! She has a fantastic voice.
Oh, you been waiting for me? Oh gosh, you make me blush. Let the show begin.
We got a Furthorn raid!
Socks off, honey, leave you begging for more than 5, 6, 7, 8. Give me the beat, I can then get off the stage and I will take it from here. So don't you have anything? Going down in angel stars appear. I love that song so much.
I know you do. Jesus Christ.
Grass steel?
Will
Mochi be okay?
×4 fire weakness.
Okay.
This is a hard Pokemon to deal with in a lot of circles, so getting that's a good thing.
It's so ugly.
Urza named after the Splatoon X ranker. No, Urza actually named... Urza was named because of...
In anime, I think?
Well, if you'll let me finish, like the wiener you is.
Well, I mean, you can just get straight to the point.
Urza was named by somebody that wasn't me.
But it's from...
They were named by Mari, one of our frequent viewers here. And at first, I didn't know exactly who it was named after because I know the name Urza often. But why would you stop that? But yes, it's named after Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. Yes! See, he knows. Chomp chomp. Chomp chomp.
Are you
Chomp
gonna
chomp.
go or what?
I'm watching him Hercules a cage, man. Small Mite is apparently the most appropriate name for this bird.
Yeah, Hop wouldn't act like this.
No, he wouldn't. You're breeding shiny Dreepy? I want a shiny. So like, let me prove how mighty I am. Spyro will be getting out of the cage and trying to take off.
True.
He's not trying to take off. He just wants to attack the cage.
So now we're wondering, is, like, I don't know. I'm kind of sitting here like, is it the name that makes the personality or the personality that makes the name?
Well, he's enjoying him some millet seed right now. He is very happy to get this. He's like, Daddy, you do love me. And he's like right up to my hand right now. So we're making progress. You're a good boy, Small Mite. Yes, you are. He is so happy right now. I want a shiny Dreepy though. They look really cool. I just got a shiny Noibat from Zombie that I'm gonna be leveling up some.
I gave you a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. You having fun, Small Mite? You having fun? Are you having fun? You feel better? He's like, yes, Daddy, I feel better. I got my millet seed, and I'm being a wiener.
Threw a ton of eggs.
Yeah, she got a shiny Noibat, and she got
my very first shiny,
which was a shiny Delmise, and she was so mad. I've never seen such an unexcited shiny win. Her first shiny she's ever received, period, was a shiny Delmise.
The only reason I was so unhappy is because I literally had so many eggs of Delmise, and it was like I got in the Delmise out of a stroke of pure luck. Yeah, I love having that finishing move. But no, it was from a stroke of pure luck because it's only it's a 1% rarity, and you can only find it in on Route 9. And it has a 1% chance of showing up. I found it in 5 minutes.
We just talked about this.
And not only did I find it in 5 minutes, but I caught it with my second Great Ball at full health because I knew all of my Pokemon were too over leveled to actually like take its health down.
Cactus is gonna have you sad. Speaking of shinies, joined a random Gigantamax Alcremie battle the other day because I really like Alcremie and wanted a Gigantamax. Turns out it was shiny. I threw that Master Ball.
That's okay. That's fine. I have a Gigantamax Matcha Green Tea Alcremie, which I was happy that I caught, and I actually got an Alcremie that's 5IV Best from a friend of mine from Phantom.
Failed a shiny Mimikyu raid. I would cry.
And it's named Cupcake. It's probably gonna go on my my competitive team.
Don't whack me. It's like, oh my god, there's a finger there. Dick. It's like I'm still gonna eat it. Okay. This Pokemon is so good though. People used to hate me using him back in the day. I heard if you're a guest, your catch rate is awful, so I didn't want to risk it. That is exactly right. If you are in a guest, your catch rate is like a fraction.
Really?
Yep.
No wonder I haven't been able to get that Lapras.
If you're catching stuff and it's not a promoted raid, if you're the guy holding the raid, it's a guarantee. What the hell did I run into?
An emo Vulpix.
Well, see, I like Nickit, but I hate Nickit's evolve for you. Like, with a passion. I'm just turning it over for you. He's like, Daddy, stop moving it. I want to eat it.
But yeah, so I guess almost anything is on the table regarding past experiences, present experiences, opinions, things like that.
I still need to get the Spyro trilogy, and I still haven't played the new Luigi's Mansion. But I could definitely see those being your top games. I've watched you play all those. Now, Panda's top 3 games are Spyro trilogy, Luigi's Mansion, and Dead by Daylight.
DVD!
The amount of time you put on Dead by Daylight, that doesn't surprise me at all. Another Appleton raid!
I think I have all the Appletons I need.
It's like, don't do a thing. Oh, him poking his head out. Him poking his head out like a wiener. Floof! Looks semi-agitated for how I move the food. Nearly 6,000 hours in Dead by Daylight. That is nuts. Like, that's awesome, but that is also insane. Should I try to join in on these raids while breeding mons? I mean, you can.
I mean, I'm not joining in on this one.
Have 1,190 hours in Splatoon.
Alright, have a good night, Aura.
Take care, Aura. It was a pleasure doing raids with you, my good sir.
But yeah, the whole reason that I'm getting these shinies in the first place is because I told a friend of mine that I would breed some 6IV Pokemon for her so she could have them when she gets the game.
Let's see, members. Otteron button. Him and his little bongo cat. Bongo away. Are you done, Small Mike? Have you gotten your treats?
I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna have Cupcake in competitive team, yeah. With 5IV, I think that it would do well.
We're having ourselves a chat and chill tonight, Otteron. So if you have ever had a question, we've actually been talking about you a bit today, Otteron. You kind of gave me just the right amount of positivity that I needed today, and I thank you very much for that. I love it. He's actually finally getting curious to the point where he's like actually like poking my hand every once in a while without trying to bite me now. He's like, okay, I think I can trust this hand. I can trust it enough to not whack it. Yeah, you gave us a great amount of positivity today on your stream, and it gave me just what I needed today. So I decided to have a chat and chill stream today and kind of relax and get to know everybody a little bit better, to have a better day, as well as let everybody ask any questions they could possibly have ever had about Zombie and myself. Max Mindstorm, let's go.
Disclaimer, almost any.
He's like, Dad, why'd you take the stick away? I was still eating that. Also forgive me. Hello everyone. It's okay, Otteron. I'm sitting here feeding Small Mike some treats. And yeet! It's okay, Small Mike. Sure. I don't quite know how I feel about this, Dad. Being a wiener. Funny story about that. Got a shiny for an imposter. 6IV did a over Wonder trade. There's no way it's legit. Oh no. Definitely not. I'm sitting here paying attention to Bird more than I'm paying attention to what I need to be doing. Nope, I need to be doing Max Mindstorm. No, I need to be doing G-Max Smite again. Nummy. There's not a problem with its moment. He's learning he can trust me, and it makes me happy. I'm so glad stream was helpful. I literally spectated 90% of the matches and just talked, but it was one of the best streams I'd had. Sure. It was a blast sitting and chilling with you. Like, legit. It helped out a ton. You know, a lot of people were surprised that I like Spyro Luigi's Mansion when I played it. I wasn't surprised. They both seem like games right up your alley.
I absolutely love Luigi's Mansion. And I played a lot of Spyro when I was a kid. You want to know one that I really want to go back to? Baby? Parasite Eve.
I can see that.
It's such a good game.
I spy. Have fun, Phantom. Take care. But it... yeah, so today we've just been spending time and chilling and chatting and letting people chat about whatever they want to and ask any questions they've had. Mostly any. She gets so uppity because one story I'm not allowed to tell, apparently.
I try not to remember.
It was cute. To play Spyro, but I'm saving up for a few games coming out this year. Same. See, for me, I have too long of a list of games that are coming out right now, and too long of a list of games that I have that I need to play through before I can buy any more games.
I'm just kind of sitting here like, I want Link's Awakening, but...
Like, I still have to play through Link's Awakening. I still have to play through Astral Chain. I have to do more stuff in Pokemon. We gotta beat Danganronpa. I've still gotta play Dead by Daylight on Switch sometime this month. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
Why don't you go through the post-game?
I do need to do that too.
I don't see why you haven't yet.
Do you like to plan things out, like having a 5-year plan, or play life by ear?
5-year plan!
Most of the time, I play stuff by ear. Like, there are lots of times, literally, I pick a game 5 minutes before stream.
What's a 5-year plan, baby? What are we going to be doing in 5 years?
This.
Exactly.
That's the easiest way to put it. Yeah, I still need to play Fire Emblem Three Houses as well. But no, like, I try to make plans. I do. You can ask her. Like, I'll sit there and I'll try to plan out an entire month. But my life is so chaotic and things change in it so frequently that making a hardcore plan is almost impossible. So a lot of time, I just play life by ear. I've gotten really good at adapting and adapting quickly to chaotic situations and changing things up out of nowhere. Did all the updates come out, or are we still waiting on the last update still? Wait, updates for which thing? For Fire Emblem? I haven't even touched Fire Emblem yet, so I don't know. I have it. I got it for Christmas. I'm super excited to play it. It's just, with everything we're currently playing, I haven't gotten into it yet. And that's cool, Blaze.
Poor bird.
Yep, he just loses his mind. It's like, wait, pop my head out for a minute. Daddy, you took away the millet seed. You took away the millet seed. Daddy, where'd it go? I was eating it. Chomp, 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 chomp. And right back at it he goes. It's like, I still have like half a stick of that seed left, man.
Do you think that his guitar would be okay?
No. Because he was hyper aggressive about that guitar.
I just feel bad.
And he was trying to do something inappropriate to his guitar.
I just feel bad.
But yeah, so as far as planning stuff out, I try. I try to plan stuff out. I try to make plans, but I have learned that with how a lot of my stuff goes, the more heavily I plan, the more likely it's not going to happen. Because when I plan something to come out, especially if I give it a specific time frame, or I plan to get something done a specific way, at a specific time, I become hyper neurotic, and I become...
I think the last thing you planned was Disneyland like 2 years ago.
Well, yeah, and I did plan that way out, but at the same time, I didn't fully plan that out. I had somebody else plan a lot of the basics of it, and then I planned out what needed to be done. But like with YouTube, there are tons of videos and stuff that I will plan out. And like, okay, I'm going to plan this out so far in advance. One of which you are all very familiar with, or probably wondering where the hell it is, and I'm still in the middle of editing it, which is the Splatoon highlights video. Every time I think I've got time to edit it, I don't. For everyone who doesn't know, I'm one of the main caretakers for my grandmother. So I wind up taking care of my grandmother almost on a daily basis. In days that I think I have the day off, a lot of times I get called in because no one else can go in and help. So since I get called in, everything I had planned for that day gets scrapped. I don't have a way to edit videos while I'm there working for her, which I spend at least 5 days a week working for her to begin with. So then when I think I have an off day, like if I have an off day from stream, usually I have an off day from my grandmother's house. Well, that doesn't happen very often. Emergencies happen. Grandma gets sick, Grandma falls because she's paralyzed down one side and it makes it difficult for her to get around. There's some kind of thing that needs to actually get done that someone promised to do for her that didn't get done. So a lot of times those things kind of get put to the wayside. Oh, there's Birdman. Huh? He's throwing away bottles. He throws away bottles every day. Around this time. Yeah, like beer bottles. That's the next. I was talking about next door neighbor. That's what you heard.
Oh, is that what I heard?
Yeah, you heard him dropping glass bottles into his trash can because he does that every night. Around this time every night.
Yeah.
Chirp, 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 chirp. More spots opened up over here. What were they? So, yes, I tried to. Now, I do say this. If I make a plan, the only way I've ever been to guarantee that plans actually happen are when I make plans with other people. Like, since you asked, Otteron, we'll use you as the example. Say you and me make a plan to do a live stream. That live stream will happen.
Herb isn't staying in one place. That's where there's no bird cam.
Yeah, he's kind of losing his mind today, so there's no bird cam today. Since he's been making so much noise and whatnot, and because he's literally sticking himself to the wall today, there isn't a bird cam today. Oh, there it is. There's a few of them. But, say you and I, Otteron, were going to do a live stream. Or better yet, say you and I were going to do a video. My entire thing was to record content to do with you, and because it was us both putting out a video, I would have, or if it was especially just coming out on my end, if you and me had fully planned out to do a video and it had to get out by a certain amount of time, that video's coming out. Hell or high water, it's coming out. Even if I have to stay up 3 full nights in a row to edit it and burn 72 hours without sleep, that shit's gonna happen. Because it's not just me in the hot seat at that point in time. It's me and the person whom of which entrusted me to work with them. This is the last one I have to do, so we're going to go ahead and do this one, and then we will go into whatever new ones it gives us. That has been the only way I've ever been able to 100% guarantee a scheduling. Like, we have the scheduling right now of Danganronpa. That will 100% happen, guaranteed, on Tuesday and Thursday. Why? Because Remy is streaming that with me every Tuesday and every Thursday. So as long as Normal's weak to fighting, and so is Dark type. Dark is immune to Psychic. Do not use Psychic.
So what would be good for...
Fighting type Pokemon.
Just fighting?
It's the best thing. It's times 4 weakness.
What's the other weaknesses?
Bug type?
I have nothing.
I'm bringing Battle Pillar. So, I hope that answers your question, Otteron. But yeah, to anybody who's ever wanted to make sure that anything I can punch it in the face. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What about Fairy?
Actually, I think Fairy does good against it too. But no, so yeah, to anybody out there, if you want to guarantee something happens and happens in a timely manner, be the person who's doing the content with me. If you're doing content with me, it's happening. So I'm going to ask you, Otteron, same question. Do you plan stuff out in advance, or are you the kind of person that plays life by ear? Or are you like me, and you try to plan stuff out in advance, and you just wind up planning stuff by ear? Because you don't have a choice. And see, Saturday's like my weird day. Zach does both. Great. Zombies, let's collab on my first ever YouTube video. Then it will finally happen. Yes! It must be a thing. I remember for a while we were talking about doing one together. I'm still down for that. I know it's been a long time since we talked about it, but I am still totally down for that, Cactus.
I try to plan my week out. That's about it.
But you do far better at that than I do. I don't even plan my week out. I can't. Wait for the best option to arrive, and I go with it. My parents, on the other hand... What? I take it they're pretty heavy on the plan everything out. Want me to have a 5-year plan. Now see, I couldn't do that.
I have no clue where I'm going to be in 5 years.
Like, I'm going to be honest with you though, I try to plan everything out. I like the random chaos that happens, because it means I'm always surprised. And it makes life easier that way. It was. We punched it in the face. But yeah, so I definitely fully get that. The only thing I try to have a plan for is YouTube. I try to have a plan for YouTube hardcore. And boy, do I fail at planning out things for YouTube. Things go so wrong because life gets in the way of YouTube all the time. And it drives me crazy because for me, my job in life is kind of YouTube. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to plan out for YouTube. For everything else in life, no, I barely plan for anything, and it drives this one up a wall. Cause like I'll walk in the house like, baby, she's like, what? Date night. She's like, what now? Date night. Date night's now. We're having date night.
And it's like, I can be spontaneous, but it has to be on my terms, because I want to be able to, like, get ready and get pretty and stuff like that. So, spontaneity is good.
That's why I've got to the point where I call you first.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you got 30 minutes till I get home, get ready. Instead of walking, it's like, you got 5 minutes and we're walking out the door.
I hate it. But then there's other levels of spontaneity, like, hey, you know, let's just drive around. Let's just, you know, drive as far as we can.
You want me to have a 5-year plan and it's left me so rattled. Okay, so I gotta have a question. Why does them wanting you to have a 5-year plan have you rattled, Otteron?
Okay, I've gotta plug my Switch up, so I gotta go.
Alright. Loves.
Love. Not on camera. Not on camera.
Why?
Do
You're
you
still
see the
pretty.
mess? No, I'm
You're
not
still
doing it.
pretty.
No.
That's sad.
No.
Even Small Mite sad.
I'm sorry.
Why you make Small Mite sad?
I'm sorry.
Rude. Hello, Siren 7. Try to plan my week out, but sometimes things don't always work out so well. Like, tomorrow I gotta be at my house between 3 and 5. So that my internet can be so... I hate moments like that. I hate where they give you, like, a time frame. And you must be there within that time frame. But for me, it's never a time frame of, like, between 3 and 5. It's between, like, 8 and 4. I'm like... That's my entire day, my dude. What do you expect me to do? But hello, 7. Somehow caught that in a Premier Ball. Completely off topic, but thought I would say it for no reason. Hey, Premier Balls are awesome, though, especially for that Pokemon. Small Mite, you being a pig today. It's like, I must eat all the millet seed. Doop. Yeah, so, no, like, why exactly does it have you rattled? Because, I mean, something you gotta always remember. Like, I always understand family. I heavily and hardcore understand family and family obligations and trying to meet family expectations. I do get that. I really do. But, at the same time, you gotta remember that it's still your life. You don't necessarily need a 5-year plan. And my issue with things like a 5-year plan, and why I will never have a plan that exceeds more than a few months, other than the fact that I'm getting married in October, and that's just because that's marriage, that takes months of planning. If you want to meet the expectations of your significant other, because I want Zombie to have the best wedding she possibly can. Like, that's just a thing that I want. But other than stuff like that, having like a 5-year plan to me seems ridiculous. I hate this Pokemon. I have so much hate for this Pokemon, and I'm gonna go catch it. Why are you in a super shiny den? This is one of those times where I pray to God I don't get a shiny Pokemon. Please don't let me see a shiny Pokemon out of this den. Please don't let me see a shiny Pokemon out of this den. I'm gonna be so upset if this is the first shiny Pokemon that I personally run into in this game that wasn't Magikarp. I'm gonna be very upset if that's what happens. Boop. Boop. What are you doing? What are you doing? You dancing? Are you dancing? Woo-doo-doo. Woo-doo-doo. He walked closer to me. But yeah, my issue with like something like a 5-year plan is the fact that, okay, you've committed to something huge, right? You must now make sure that this happens in this 5-year time frame. I meant to change Pokemon. Crap. You must now make sure this thing happens. Period. It is now what I want, and I must now make sure this happens. There may be some bumps in the road, but I now must make sure that this is exactly where I'm at in 5 years. What happens if you don't make that happen in 5 years? What if not only do you not make it happen in 5 years, but something fails? And it just goes completely to pot. Can you mentally withstand the amount of work and effort you put into it? Like, say something happens 3 years into that. Are you okay? Or did you waste 3 years worth of time and experience? Did you learn something? Did it work? Was it helpful? Like, and in this time frame, can you change the plan? Are you allowed to change the plan? Are you completely setting it in stone? I don't do 5-year plans. I don't do year-long plans because too much changes in my life. And I get mad when things I plan go to shit. And it becomes hyper stressful, and I panic and become not okay. So, committing to something that long-term freaks me out. I want to stay fluid. I understand them. If I don't commit to something, I end up just wandering. But that's just it. When you're wandering, you're learning. When you're wandering, you're seeing new sights. When you're wandering, new opportunities unfold before you. You don't need to make such a plan, but one day you may have a plan or something you want to do fall upon you by your aimless wandering, if it's actually aimless at all. That's the thing. What if you just, like, I'll pour more love into Stunfisk for you. Okay, overuse. Not all who wander are lost. Exactly. I have wandered through life all of my life. And through doing so, I have met the best people in the world. That's how we came to be on YouTube. When I was like, I've heard this story a million times, but when I was streaming, I was literally just streaming for a few of my friends, and that was all I was doing. I wasn't doing anything big. I wasn't trying to stream to a massive crowd. Also, welcome JMT, my lovely penguin friend. How are you? I wasn't trying to do anything cool or big or be a grand big YouTuber or anything like that, which I'm still not a grand big YouTuber, don't get me wrong. I only have, we're just shy of 2,000 now, but to me that's a ton, considering when I started this off I had 34 people for like months, and it was just because I was just trying to stream for buds, and that was it. It was a hobby, and then I met all you guys, and it was no longer just a hobby. I was taken by surprise in my wandering. and my life changed. I have something new I want to do. I have something new in my life. I have something that I enjoy immensely. DDLC at the right time, and a lot of people... DDLC is what did it. Cactus was actually... Fun fact, Cactus is actually one of my oldest subscribers on the channel. They showed up at the first stream where I actually, quote-unquote, technically blew up. Did you hear that Doki Doki Literature Club is getting new content this year, by the way? We're replaying through that. That's happening. I'm bringing that back. I am so hyped for this. I'm like freaking out hardcore. I want to catch it. I want to hate catch it, but I want to catch it. Just Monica. Indeed. That'll be one that I literally have to spam, like, the content warning thingy. I have to, like, live next to that button. Because, oh my god. Because that's definitely not kid-friendly. But yes, it was that random bit of happenstance and chance that brought me here. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met Otteron. I wouldn't have met Seven. I wouldn't have met Pegasus. I wouldn't have met Brian. I wouldn't have met Cactus. I would have never met Cactus. There are so many peeps here. Just Stunfist. Jesus Christ, no. There are so many people here that I know now because of one chance encounter. And because I decided I wanted to have some fun. And that was it. I didn't have a plan for doing YouTube. I didn't have a plan for doing anything. Hello, Path of the Heart Piece, my friend. How are you? Welcome. I hope you are well. Grab a muffin. Grab yourself some floof. Oh, Floofy Bird is losing his mind. Floofy Bird. Now you're climbing all the way up high. I've been paying you attention all night. I've been paying you attention all night. I bet I know what part of his irritation is. He lost sunflower seeds from his diet because I found out that was causing him problems. But that's his favorite seed in the entire thing of seeds. It's crazy how much you've grown, especially since we all started at 0. I know, right? Have bad news, zombies. Stunfisk is on my current competitive. No. I've actually built a competitive team finally. Like, but I owe so much to the fact of just random aimless wandering. I just kind of do what feels right. And I think, honestly, that's the best thing for you too, Otteron. Do what feels right. Because I've seen the crazy stuff you can do. And my dude, like, you're bound for greater things. And I can't wait to see what those greater things are for you. Like, trust me, truly and seriously, like, you're going to do some crazy stuff. And I don't think you got a darn thing to worry about. And I know that many people here will tell you the same thing. Like, I mean, shoot, look at how much you've grown. Like, if we want to talk about people growing and whatnot, I've watched several people, whom of which, because you took this on kind of like, you just decided you wanted to do this one day. This was kind of like, this is going to be cool, this is going to be fun, let's go ahead, let's go for it. Let's see what we can do with this, right? This was kind of something that you just decided you wanted to do, and you took the time, after saying it's what you wanted to do, then you took the time to kind of set some kind of plan in motion, to make something happen. But for the most part, you started it off with, I just want to do this. Well, in that time frame of saying, I just want to do this, and you starting up YouTube, and you doing all things you've done, I've watched you learn so many crazy things. I've watched you do so many cool things, like Channel 4 News. I've watched you make things like the good job button. Like, I've watched you learn how to do crazy things. You've taught me how to do crazy, awesome things. You're almost at 3,000. When I met you, you were under 1,000. Like, you're skyrocketing, and you're doing great, and people love you. I saw so much love in your stream today, my dude. So, like, you have, like, this power to, like, rev up your community in a way that I've never seen. Like, everyone's always like, Zombie, you know how to rev up people, you know how to get people excited, you know how to motivate people. But my dude, I'm telling you, you are an ace at it. You're an absolute pro. I took some notes out of your book today. So, like, seriously. Like, you may not have a plan, but you're on the right track. Like, for real. And then, like, we have people like Pegasus. Pegasus, when I met Pegasus had, like, what? What'd you have, like, 200 subscribers? And now you're, like, at 1,200 subscribers? Like, I'm just, like... And you had, like, overnight success one night. Like, you just, like, pow! And took off. You have tons of people up. Rev up those communities. You do rev up those communities. You're a beast. Well, 1.5, but that was all thanks to Marshall will shout me out. But I mean, still, you're managing to keep up with it though. And we've had people like Mama Remy, whom of which has just like skyrocketed. I remember when they hit 1K, man, the amount of freak out and excitement they had. I watched all the Splat Tubers come together and make over $13,000 for charity. That's astounding. That's amazing. Like, I've watched so many of you people do crazy things. I've watched you grow. I've watched you learn. I've watched you try new things. I've watched you get excited. I've watched you just flip out over stuff. This is the thing that I'm excited to see. I need to be taking more notes from you guys. I need to be personally learning more from you guys. I'm at 11 just from hanging out. That's a good thing, though. Like, I honestly, like, I watch people like you guys, and I constantly sit there and, like, a lot of people, when they watch people that are quote-unquote competition with them, because everybody's in competition in YouTube, they always sit there and go, like, well, what's made them so hot? What's made this such a big deal? What's done this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. And for me, it's not that. For me, I always sit there and think to myself, damn, well, that's cool. If they're doing this, what can I do? What cool thing can I make happen? PewDiePie resurrecting Minecraft helped me out a lot. Well, I mean, okay, we all have that one thing that, like, that helps us out a ton. For me, there were two major things that helped my channel out a ton. One was Doki Doki Literature Club, and I wasn't even playing it at its height of popularity. I played it around the time that it was apparently coming down, because I heard about it late. I didn't even look anything into it. I knew nothing about this game going into it. I didn't know if it was popular. I didn't know if it was good. I just knew it was free, and a friend of mine asked me to play it, and that was all I knew. And then I played Undertale. And Undertale had been around for over a year, almost 2. Between those two games, like, a lot of my big things happened. And then I also played Danganronpa in between, which gained me my love for voice acting. So we all have those things that, like, lead us into what we're going to do. They all have their one thing, their one moment that's going to push. For you, yeah, PewDiePie resurrected Minecraft, and that got you a lot of peeps at the start. But now you're still gaining tons of peeps. You're still going pretty strong. You're still gaining people left and right. So it's not just that if you're keeping up momentum. And you're doing something that a lot of YouTubers, including myself, have trouble with. You're keeping up momentum. Tell me your secret, Otteron. How do you keep up this momentum? What wonderful, spectacular things do you do, my friend? But see, that's just it. Like, you're able to keep up momentum. So people like Bald are able to keep up momentum. And it's a lot of hard work to do. And it comes in spurts. Like, sometimes you'll go almost nowhere, and other days you will be, like, just boom, booming. And that's for any YouTuber out there. For all you out there that are having slow times on your channels, like, if you're having slow times, if you're having difficulties, if you're sitting there thinking to myself, man, I'm not good at this or whatever because I'm not seeing as many people. Right now, we have 15 people watching, which is kind of small for us. But you know what? That's fine. Because that's 15 people I have to sit here and make smile. And to me, That's a big deal. I meant to change Pokemon. God dang it. It doesn't matter how many people you have. It matters the content. It matters the you that is streaming. And you gotta believe in the you. And if you can't believe in you, then believe in me. Why? Because I believe in you. Believe in those who believe in you, and you will still go far. Do the thing. Jeez. That actually isn't from My Hero Academia. That is actually from an anime called Gurren Lagann. It's a lot older than My Hero. It's almost 10 years old now, I think. And it's this speech from it. I actually have the speech on my stream deck.
Don't believe in yourself. Huh? Believe in me. Believe in the Kamina who believes in you.
I picked the wrong Pokemon! From 2008. Yeah, if it's from, yeah, I actually think it is from 2008. It was either 2008 or 2009. So yeah, it's over 10 years old now. Because that's when I started seeing cosplays for it. So it's been around for a long time, but it's a really good, really weird anime. It's full of action, it's really bizarre, but it is freaking beautiful, and I love it. Oh, is he coming? Are you coming out to see me? He's thinking about it. And it's going to be interesting when he does. Is this why you're trying to come out to see me? Is it the Millipede? Did you still see the Millipede there? He's like, Dad, I don't like what you're doing to me here. I have to stretch myself out for this here, Dad. Reach for the sky with your drill! Who the hell do you think I am? Yes! Wait, I actually have that too. Where is it? Let's see. I have several quotes from that MA. I actually not have Who the hell do you think I am? I could have sworn I did.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
That came out perfectly. It hit him just at the right time. Heard it shiny is terrible. Sad day. Well, a lot of the Pikachu-based shinies are pretty bad, with the exception of Pachirisu. I love Pachirisus. And we also have, this is one of my favorite lines, and it's because I listen to it a lot. And here's one that a lot of YouTubers should listen to. And it's very short, sweet, and directly to the punch.
Kick logic out and do the impossible.
Because YouTube has very little logic. It's like, Dad, why you stretch it out so much? I can't get out, man. Oof. But, like, it's literally the truth. It's like, kick logic out and do the impossible. Really love the Ash Cap Pikachu shiny, though. It's a really great one. Are you talking about in, I think it was Sun and Moon? I think one of my favorite buttons. I think that is one of my favorite buttons on your stream deck. It's one of mine, too. Chirp, chirpy, cheepy. Chirp, chirpy, cheepy. If you want, you gotta come out and get it. You've been messing up your tail feathers, though, my friend, by running around the cave so much. We just gotta poke it. It literally has 1 HP. Oh my god. Capture. We'll give it a Pokeball. But Dad, why you take it away? Dad, why you take it away? Don't take it away from me. And Sun and Moon where they forgot the shiny locket right. It turns out it doesn't have a shiny. Wait, what? Wish the game would let me find a shiny Yamper and nick it soon. Garchomp might be bad, but Ashcap shiny doesn't even exist, so I think that might take the cake. It's like, I didn't even know that Pokemon had a shiny. It's like, wait. So, like, it's shiny, but there's no shiny for it. So, like, you can get one with, like, it comes out with shiny stars, but it's not shiny colored. Because if that's the case, that's freaking beautiful. That's glorious. That is so bad. Why are you biting me? I'm not a seed. I think that's kind of what he figured out. He's like, oh, that wasn't a seed, that was a finger. And he's trying to bite the food too quickly. But yeah, that's something like you need to remember in pretty much... I didn't even touch him with their hitboxes! Don't bite me. Don't bite me. He's wibble wobbling around the cage. Chirp. But yeah, that's something that like you need to remember is that like life's gonna throw you curveballs all the time. Life's gonna be weird, and life's gonna just do stupid things, and all you can do is keep fighting and keep moving forward. And keep ranting! Rant about the stupid things that happen. Just let it out. Rant about the stupid things. Rant about the awesome things. Rant about Pokemon. Rant about your pet. Rant about your bird. Rant about your day being awesome. Rant about your day being bad. Rant about your job without actually getting yourself fired. There's a trick to it. I've seen that happen to people so many times. But have yourself a good time. Enjoy what you do. Enjoy what you make. And you will go far. I'm going to be honest. Rant about soda. I ranted about soda yesterday hardcore. I'm going to admit that I've been kind of down. A lot of you could probably tell over the last good while. Well, I'm now allowed soda as long as it is specifically Coke Zero. I can't have any more than like 2 of it a day, and I have to completely quit cigarettes. We are down on our last pack, and once that pack is gone, it's gone. Well, see, honestly, that's what I used to do. Not sponsored by Coke Zero. Honestly, that's what I used to do when I started off this channel, and it's something that, like, I got away from. I got away from 2 things as this channel went on. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all in on what it was. I took away 2 very specific parts of myself as this channel got older. And I completely let them go the wayside. And some of my longest time viewers, such as Cactus, and Panda, and Shaman, and even Pegasus, though she came in about the time these things started slowing down, will remember. When I first started this channel, 2 things happened. All the time. Coke, please sponsor. They won't sponsor us. They won't even sponsor Jacksepticeye. They definitely ain't sponsoring us. He's been trying to get them to sponsor him forever, and they literally just came back to him and said, no. If they won't sponsor him, I ain't got a chance. But no, plus, I used to drink too much Mountain Dew on this channel. When I find a diet Mountain Dew flavoring that I like enough that I can get access to quite plentifully, I'll swap. So, Coke ain't gonna sponsor shit. But 2 things that changed on this channel in its lifetime. One was, as the channel got older, I stopped swearing. there was a good minute there that, like, if I did swear, it was very seldomly. I had to be playing an M-rated title. I didn't have a screen up or any other kind of stuff like that. It was literally, I went to as close to family friendly as I possibly could. And that's not me. I am not family friendly. I didn't start this channel playing family friendly games. I started this channel playing not family friendly games. I don't try to drop an F-bomb every other word, especially when I'm playing a game like Pokemon or Splatoon. But I still censored myself a lot. And I went as close to family friendly as I could possibly handle. And it wasn't for ad revenue or anything like that. It was literally because I thought that's what it would take to make people come see me. And in some cases, that is true. But in other cases, it was misguided. And the other thing that I cut down on was something that I became self-conscious about. I stopped ranting completely. If I went on for too long on a subject, I would immediately do everything I could to change that subject, to do anything else but that subject. I wouldn't rant, I wouldn't go on long tirades, and a lot of people probably noticed this. You couldn't curse until it was late enough in the stream, which was super funny while it lasted. I know, right? Had to be that sweet spot time to actually cuss. But I was already doing a lot of things that were for, like, non-family friendly events. Like, I stream deliberately late at night because I'm not classified as family friendly. I do a lot of stuff that would already be like, look, I'm not family friendly, don't let your kids watch me, or your kids shouldn't be up watching me kind of type deal. And I would even still continue to tell people I wasn't family friendly, but I was doing family friendly stuff. I was not cussing. Or if I was, it was like once in a live stream. I allowed myself one time. And it wasn't just like cussing and whatnot, it was like actual content. Like, it was stuff that I would say on stream. I would heavily censor myself on anything. Like, at all. Period. Like, it wouldn't be a thing. Like, the closest thing to the word titties or anything about sexuality or anything else like that was on the channel for a long time was the password 8008. And that's not what we're about here. Everybody should feel the ability to talk as well as is appropriate in my chat. You know, that kind of stuff. Like, all sorts of stuff. Like, all sorts of content that we took out completely. There are still rules and guidelines. I still follow them very strictly. And I expect my subscribers here to do the same. Like, cussing in moderation, words in moderation, content in moderation. There has to be a reason, time, and a place for it. But that was kind of the thing. I know that some of your streams are... I try to remember that some of your streams are more kid games. And see, like, when I do more kid games, I do try to, like... I do try to pull back. Personally, I have played Castle Crashers. I've never played Castle Crashers on stream. But I have played it, and I do enjoy the game. Hello, Blue Thunder. How are you? But the other thing that I had stopped doing was, like, no using certain curse words. Yeah, there are certain curse words that are still not allowed on this channel, and if I see them, they result in an auto ban. Like, there are things that'll get you kicked from here really quick. Doing his best to dance around cursing because it was too early in Quartz Party stream was hysterical. I remember that! I remember that, because I was like, it's not late enough in the night. I started the stream early. I can't cuss like that yet. You should play the story. It got remastered on the Switch 3 months ago. Oh, cool. I'll have to look into that. Thank the good Lord I'm only typing. I would cuss like a sailor if I was when given the chance. But there was also, like, I stopped ranting. I stopped getting hyper excited about things I was talking about. Because that's what you're used to seeing me. It's like, oh my god, did you see this? Did you hear about this thing? Let me tell you about this weird thing that happened to me like 6 years ago. Let me talk about this. Random GameStop Karen happens. Like, I used to talk about this stuff all the time. I used to be very open with my viewers. And I used to just randomly just start up conversations instead of being like, well, how was your day today? And that being the only damn question I asked. And that was dumb. Like, having a real conversation with you is what I want. It's why I stream. Being able to talk and actually have fun with you guys is why I stream. Not, oh, how was your day today? Oh, that's nice. Oh, how was your day today? Oh, well, that's nice. Oh, how was your day today? Oh, well, that's nice. That's not a stream. That's not interacting. That's bullshit, my dudes. So, I decided to go back to normal. And it's taken me some time to readjust to being allowed to fully be myself. Because I'm not used to that anymore. Like, at all. And I've missed it. By the way, Zombies Castle Crashers is only digital on Switch. Duly noted. I buy most of my games on everything digital. Mainly because it's easier for me to keep track of. I have a few physical titles, like I have a physical copy of Fire Emblem, I have a physical copy of Pokemon, and a physical copy of Astral Chain and a few other games. Mainly because that's how they were given to me, or because I like having physical copies of Pokemon. Because I will always have physical copies of Pokemon. But I do wind up buying a lot of games digitally, so I don't have to worry about them. Yeah, Castle Crashers is available on Switch. I will find out what I did with your Breath of the Wild. I'm sorry. Where? What are you doing? Connection to the server was interrupted? Oh, don't do that to me. I better be able to catch this thing. Nope, can't catch it. Came out on Switch 3 months ago. What happened? Am I still actually online? It kicked me! Pokemon kicked me! Thanks, Nintendo. $20 a year. Be zombie, be you. That's what we love. Well, see, and I'm gonna be honest. One of my favorite things to do is I love collabing with people. But I don't love collabing with people because it gets you better numbers. Because a lot of times it doesn't for me. The reason why I love collabing is it gives me someone to talk and rant with. I get to have some of the best conversations on the planet that way. I get to learn things about people that I wouldn't get to learn otherwise because I'm playing with them, because I'm talking with them, because I'm chatting with them. I come up with some of the stupidest stuff to talk about, and I'm sorry to everyone who has ever had to collab with me. Pegasus, Otteron, Remy, Bald, Master Luke, all of these lovely peeps that have had to stream with me before and have had to listen to the stupid shit that comes out of my mouth. I apologize. Like flagpoles. Panda's the only one I'm not worried about because Panda would be just as bad and willing to go right there with me. But I'm like, I have to be very careful about what I say to everybody else. You leave Mondo's flagpole alone, zombie! Stop! Alright, let's try to catch this dude again. Small Mite. Would you like a sunflower seed? Perch precariously. Because you can have one or two at a time. Can't let you have more than that, but you can have a couple. Look, it's right there. I left you some seeds. He is still mad about them sunflower seeds. Leave my husbando alone, see? But, like, I always feel bad because, like, I go through, like, a ranting tirade when I stream with other people. Well, I'll look into it. I've got a long list of games to play right now. So, I'll look into it eventually, but it's not something I can play, like, right this second. I have talked about streaming it because I was talking with, actually, Kit about possibly playing with him eventually. The only issue with me going ahead and jumping into that is that right this second, I have Astral Chain to play. I have Link's Awakening to play. I have Fire Emblem to play. I have Zenki Zero to play. I'm playing through Danganronpa Part 1 right now. And I have to stream, Dead by Daylight on Switch this month. The last charity stream when you played Salmon Run, everyone talking about something random, zombie in the back, you're like, ah, my butt! I have learned that apparently me screaming that phrase out, death on my butt or rockets on my butt, is apparently the main things I'm known for saying in Splatoon. Like, period. That's what I'm known for. I'm the my butt guy for Splatoon. And it's kind of funny. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I actually think it's kind of funny. Because I say that a lot. That's death on my butt. Ow, my butt. Oh, my butt. Like, for some reason, it's always my butt. My butt is the pain. Thank you, Internet, for just dropping out for like 20 minutes. Rip me. I'm sorry, Seven. But welcome back, Grandma Muffin. Death is attracted to zombies' butt. Apparently. Like, to most people, my butt's like, oh, no, just take it away. But to Death, just like, let's go. Guess you're used to people on your butt. I'm used to you on my butt, zombie. Jesus. Can't leave well enough alone. Which one of these is more powerful? This one's more powerful, but the accuracy is lower. Oh, wait. Nope. Dynamite's like, wait, it shouldn't even have an accuracy rating. Okay, we'll go for that one. Squeak. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've got rockets on my butt. Yeah, it even got turned into a quote on here. And only my butt. Yeah, it's only my butt. Still paying attention to the chat to see what phrases I'm known for. That is apparently the biggest one for Splatoon because other Splat-tubers know me for that. And that's the funniest part about it. Like, I go into other people's Splatoon streams, and, like, I'll have people like, so how's your butt, zombie? Oh, I didn't know I said that so much, but man, I do. Like, I've gone back and watched stuff. I was like, oh my god. This is where I'd put Link's Awakening. If I had one! I don't, and I'm kind of a Splat-tuber. Well, I'm talking about the Splat-tubers like I've known for a long time. Like, you, I'm just now starting to meet, Dante. I'm talking about, like Remy, Otteron, Koromora, a Squidman, Bald, all of them I've played with a lot, or at least to some varying degrees, and they've heard me scream that into their headsets more times than they can probably count. So that's kind of what I've become known for. And then other ones that like sit in my Splatoon streams predominantly hear it come out of my mouth a lot. If I was made of money. That sounds really wrong, but I get what you're saying. True, I'm jumping the gun right there. I mean, stick around. We'll get to know you. We'll hang out with you. We'll play with you. See, I'm not technically a Splat-tuber. A lot of people started to learn me. Vape, but technically close enough. Small mighty buddy. Chill some. There you go. There you go. Little chill. A little chill goes a long way, my dude. And he goes back to honking. Or squawking. No, I said I vape. It's close enough. Let's see. vape. Now, just because I vape does not mean vaping is healthy. It's not as bad for you as smoking, but trust me, it's still not good for you. If you don't vape, don't start vaping. For the love of God, I've been doing it a lot less, but it is not something that's good for you. You're better off with vaping than smoking, and it's a great thing to go to if you've already been smoking forever. Going to vaping is fine, but if you've never done either, don't. It's not worth your time. You save a lot of money otherwise, first off. I just saw you post that, Zach. You ain't gotta post it twice. And we caught another Furrowthorn. I do have a team I'm working on for this Pokemon, so it's good to be able to get some that are good IV'd. Small Mite, why are you losing your mind today? I mean, I said it too, everyone says they won't, and things happen, and eventually they either do or they don't. I shouldn't have. If you say you never will, stick to it. Like, just, that's what I will tell everybody. If you say you won't, then don't. Stick to it. Stick to it. I wasn't even peer pressured. Everyone was like, oh, it's peer pressure that causes it. And it can for some people. It wasn't for me. I just decided one day that's what I wanted to try out. It's a random Rookidee out of nowhere. I was running right smack dab into his face. He is so energetic tonight. That's good to know. Never was interested in smoking, but I got lucky once and drank a Pepsi on the table that my grandma had knocked her cigarette in. I bet that was one of the worst experiences of your life. Ah! A G-Max Lapras. I feel bad because Aura left. I have to catch this and see if he wants to trade later and I can get it to him. Because he was trying to get it and he kept missing it apparently. So I can actually trade him one. Switch Pokemon. Chilled some? No. He just wanted me to think he'd chilled some. Doggo, 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 doggo. Doggo? Doggo. Select doggo. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. Satians. Okie dokie. Small Mite chill. Military smoking was the only way to get breaks during the day, so I made the grand decision that instead of getting a whole day off for not smoking, that needed lots of little breaks. I will admit that was something that happened everywhere I worked. If you were a smoker, like, you got little breaks every now and again. So that was something I did appreciate. When I was young, I was really interested in cigs and alcohol because of my parents. Tasted a cigarette when I was younger and I hated it. The very first drink was Jaeger out of my mom's cup and I hated it. That I needed. I got you. Now look. Well, you're quitting cigarettes now, so that's good. So no worries, Zombie. You got this. Can't keyboard rip me. Don't feel bad. I can never type. As far as why I lurk in most people's chats is that, like, my ability to type is very poor. Like, very, very poor. My dyslexia makes typing really hard. And so, I don't type a lot, which is really bad when you're a streamer who's supposed to be on, like, Twitter and Instagram and Discord, and I don't know how to type to people because, like, where it takes most people, like, 5 seconds to spit out something, it takes me, like, a whole goddamn minute to type out, like, an 8-word sentence. So, because I'll mess it up and have to respell everything and figure out what the hell I'm doing. Like, it's just kind of nuts. I was like, okay. Let's see. Netball. Go get it! Small mate. Small mate! What are you doing? He's like, man, I don't know. Daddy, I don't know. It's like, Daddy, I must pace. Oh. Oh, Jesus. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay. Please do not spam chat. I got work in the morning. I have to take off. Don't feel bad. This is actually going to be our last capture of the night. Because I need to cut it short. Because even though we've only been going for about 2.5 hours, it's 2 o'clock in the morning because I started really late. Because of bad weather and other things. So we're going to have to call it here. I'm sorry that I have to call it here. Didn't want to have to go ahead and call it here, but we're going to have to call it here. We're going to have to say goodnight and pleasant nightmares to everybody because it is stupid late. And I do still need to sleep, and Small Mike needs to get to bed soon, and so on and so forth. Tomorrow, we do have another live stream. We're going to be live streaming with Mama Ribby! Mari, you came in just at the end of the night. How are you? I will hit your button anyway. I've actually hit your button a couple times today, because we've talked about you a couple times today. But we're going to go ahead and call it here. I wanted to thank all of you guys who came out tonight. We're going to raid real quick. I can save for that. We're not going to raid tonight. We're going to raid... we're not going to raid tonight. I want to just kind of just call it here. Because I got a lot of stuff to do. And if I go raid, I got to stay up so I can go talk to people. Aw, shit. Wait, nope, we're raiding. We're raiding. We're raiding. Nope, no, I ain't missing that. I'll stay up for a couple minutes. I ain't missing that. Otteron, you told me. You told me the thing. We gotta go see somebody. Because for one, they're playing one of our favorite games. 2, it's one of our best buddies. Bookie is playing Undertale. So we're gonna go see Bookie real quick. We gotta go see Bookie. We gotta go see Bookie. It's a Bookie night. We gotta go see Bookie! Coffee raid! Coffee raid. Coffee raid. Coffee raid. Coffee raid. Coffee raid. Gonna go see Bookie. Here we go. Control. Post the button. Control. Post the button. Don't eat the baby, Bookie. Coffee raid. Coffee raid. Coffee raid. Coffee raid. Coffee raid. As you all know, this is always going on your coffee fueled gingerbread undead, and this has been more of Pokemon and some chat and chill. And thank you guys. I love you all because damn, this has been a wonderful night. Thank you. I cannot wait to see you all tomorrow with more Danganronpa. Take care and pleasant nightmares. Let's go see people.